Andrew Kavanagh to agree Cyriel Dessers' exit with multi-million Rangers profit. Nico Raskin sends emotional message as Rangers exit confirmed. Jack Butland could be packing his bags after a dramatic fall from grace, and just when you thought Dundee's Josh Mulligan was Ibrox bound, Rangers slam the door shut and aim even higher. Cyriel Dessers, a name that's divided you all season long, and now here we are, slap bang in the middle of June, and the transfer talk around him is heating up like a Glasgow chippy fryer on Derby Day. Former Rangers fitness coach Paraskevas Polychronopoulos, who spent 8 years at Ibrox before heading off to Leeds United, has now publicly urged Dessers to pack his bags and head for Greece. Yes, you heard that right. AEK Athens are sniffing about, and according to Polychronopoulos, the big Nigerian striker would be a perfect fit for them. He's praised Dessers for being professional, good-natured, durable, and most importantly, for having that knack of popping up with goals, even if his all-round play sometimes leaves you pulling your hair out. Let's not forget Dessers ended last season as both Rangers and the entire Scottish Premiership's top scorer. 18 goals in 35 appearances. Not bad for a lad many of you have been screaming at from the stands and on socials for missing sitters. But here's the thing, despite his goal tally, the noises from Ibrox are clear. Rangers won't sell him on the cheap. The board, led by Andrew Kavanagh and the 49ers, are playing hardball. They want at least £5 million to even think about letting him go. Remember, Dessers cost Rangers around £4.5 million when he arrived, so turning a profit now would be seen as good business by many upstairs. Scott McDermott, writing in the Daily Record, reckons Rangers should only cash in if the money's right, and even suggested Dessers could still do a job as second choice behind the new wave of talent coming through like Hamza Igamane. Yes, Dessers frustrates. Yes, he's on big wages, but he still stuck the ball in the net more than anyone else in blue last season. And with Russell Martin's new era just starting, is it really wise to let your top scorer walk for the sake of a few million quid? Should Rangers be flogging their top scorer to Greece, or does flogging Dessers send out the wrong message about the club's ambition this summer? Jack Butland, the big Englishman who at one point looked like a Stonewall candidate for Player of the Season at Ibrox. But here we are deep into June, and the talk is all about his potential exit. Word coming out is that there's already a verbal agreement in place for him to leave Rangers this summer. The destination, that's still under wraps for now, but it seems the wheels are in motion. Let's not sugarcoat it. Butland's end to the season was a disaster, a keeper who, for most of the campaign, gave you hope between the sticks, suddenly became a liability. Costly mistakes crept in, the confidence drained from him like a burst water pipe in Govan, and by the time the crucial games rolled around, he found himself sitting on the bench watching Liam Kelly take his place. The irony? This is a keeper who came close to an England recall not long ago, but missing out on Gareth Southgate's squad seems to have hit him hard. It's like watching a pub singer fluffing his lines after dreaming of headlining Glastonbury. 102 appearances for Rangers, 39 clean sheets. There's no denying he's had big moments, but the form that had him spoken about as the best keeper in Scotland just fell off a cliff. Russell Martin's come in with a fresh broom, and it looks like he's ready to sweep out anyone not mentally or physically ready for the fight ahead. The club clearly aren't hanging around when it comes to transfer business this window. Would letting Jack Butland go now be a ruthless decision that shows Rangers are moving forward? Or is this just another case of us throwing away a quality player after one bad run? Well, here's a twist for you. Just when you thought Josh Mulligan was on the brink of becoming a Rangers player, the whole thing's been knocked on the head. Earlier this month, there were whispers, plenty of them, suggesting the Dundee midfielder was already halfway through his medical at Ibrox. Social media lit up, some of you buzzing about signing a young Scottish talent, others wondering why we were shopping in Dundee's bargain bin. But fast forward a few days, and now it's being reported that Rangers are no closer to signing Mulligan. In fact, it looks like the deal is completely off the table. Joshua Barry from Rangers Review has confirmed that neither Mulligan nor Ipswich Town's Cameron Burgess will be arriving in Govan this summer, despite previous interest in both. Let's put this into perspective. Mulligan's numbers are steady, but hardly spectacular. 122 appearances for Dundee with just 6 goals and 10 assists. Stints at Peterhead and Cove Rangers added a bit more experience to his CV, but let's be honest, it's hardly the pedigree that screams title-winning midfielder at Ibrox. And with Russell Martin clearly setting his sights higher, Rangers are now focusing elsewhere. Connor Cody from Leicester City is firmly in the crosshairs, offering leadership experience and that defensive steel we've been lacking. In midfield, the attention is shifting towards Basel's Matinho, a far more dynamic option who actually fits Martin's possession-based philosophy. So, in the end, maybe it's no bad thing that we've dodged this particular bullet. Would signing a player like Josh Mulligan have been a sign of ambition from Rangers, or would it have just confirmed that the club are shopping in the bargain aisle while Celtic strengthen properly? Nico Raskin, the wee Belgian midfield dynamo who gave you some of the only real sparks of life in what was, let's be brutally honest, a forgettable season at Ibrox. When the team around him crumbled, Raskin still ran, still tackled, still tried to drag Rangers up the park by sheer willpower. 4 goals and 10 assists in a team that often looked as flat as a pint left out overnight. Now though, as the summer sun beats down on Govan, the fear sets in. Premier League clubs are circling. Aston Villa and Leeds United are being mentioned. Big money, big wages, bright lights. And the truth is, after breaking into the Belgium national team back in March, Raskin's stock has never been higher. And it's not just the speculation about him that's making the headlines this week. Raskin's gone onto Instagram to post an emotional farewell message to Issame Charai, the Moroccan-Belgian coach who stayed on briefly after Philippe Clement was sacked. Charai is now officially left Rangers, and Raskin made it clear what that means to him with a simple but heartfelt, "Thanks for everything, Issam, I'll miss you." But let's get real for a second. Rangers cannot afford to lose Raskin without a serious fight. With Russell Martin coming in and trying to put his stamp on things, the last thing you want is to see one of your best and most committed players walk out the door. The 49ers Enterprises and Andrew Kavanagh need to step up. If that means putting serious cash on the table for a new contract, so be it. You're trying to catch Celtic next season. Letting one of your few genuine talents go south to England would be a massive backward step. But then again, money talks, and if Raskin wants to move on, Rangers may have no choice but to cash in. Would letting Nico Raskin leave be a bigger betrayal of Rangers' ambitions than selling Dessers? Comment or below what you think about the news. Don't forget to leave a like on the video to help me out. I post videos every day talking about our Rangers, so if you're not subscribed, you're missing out on the latest news. See you soon.